beat them besides Dean. They put a lot of pressure on him, not let him give enough shots, and then Compton got hot and knocked down 3 big threes, so they went down to a triangle and 2, and now they're trying to get anybody else but Dean or Compton to beat them.
And they decided to end the halftime early as Gay City gets the ball. They inbound it, they pass it around, and John Compton in the corner pulls for 3. It's good. So, not even 20 seconds into the second half, Gay City hits a 3, and while I'm talking, Tyler Johnson comes down and hits a 3 for Glenvar. So Compton now with the ball. Gay City again going from right to left on your speakers. Underneath their own goal, Dean has it, kicks it back out to Reed. Reed over to Hensley. Hensley pulls for 3 right in front of us. Rattles in and out, but rebounded by Reed. Reed goes up strong. It's good. 31-24. Gay City leads with 7:10 to go in the third quarter. Gay City in their white uniforms with the blue lettering. Glenvar kind of sporting a Green Bay look. They've got the green jerseys with kind of a yellowish gold lettering on them. And we're going to have a foul. That's going to go on Reed. That's his second. So Glenvar now set to inbound under their own goal. They get it out to Avery Alexander. He passes over to Tyler Johnson. Kick the ball over to Barber. Barber swings it back over. That's going to go to Alexander. He pulls for 3. No good. Rebounded by Sally. Sally bounces it over to Compton. Compton feeds Hensley across the timeline. Fast break. Dishes to Reed. Reed wide open again. It's good. 33-24. Gay City leads. 9-point lead for the Blue Devils. 6:30 to go. Third quarter. Barber with the ball now. Passes it back over to Alexander. Alexander drives in, goes in for the layup. It's no good. Rebounded by Rodman Reed. He passes the ball over to Compton. Compton now across the timeline, kicks it back to Reed. Reed feeds it to Hensley on the left-hand side. Hensley pulls for 3. It's good. And just like that, Gay City has a 12-point lead. You know, defensively, Gay City has done a really good job. Steph Barber is Glenvar's top scorer. He's averaging 14.2, and they held him to just 5 in the first half. As he pulls for 3, and it's no good. Rebounded by Dean. Dean hits a slicing Compton, and that's good. It's 38-24. Gay City leads. And with that, Glenvar wants a timeout. 5:39 to go. 38-24. Gay City leads. That might be a candidate for the play of the game right there. So, Jesse, I'm pleased. How do you feel about the quick start Gay City's come out with?
They've come in hot. They've not really allowed Glenvar to get a big bucket. They knocked down an early 3, but other than that, that's about all they've had. Gay City's really taking this one.
I know you've kind of been limited in what you've seen from Gay City, but they really have. Both the boys and girls have been a second-half team. It seems like against a lot of the conference teams, Union, Lehigh, Y Central, Gay City has barely been ahead at halftime or actually been trailing several times this season, and the boys in particular have just come out and dominated the third quarter. It kind of looks like it's continuing. As Gay City's already broken the huddle, they're ready to go. Glenvar still huddled up. 5:39 to go in the third. 38-24. Gay City in control of this right now. As Glenvar comes back out, set to inbound. That's going to be Nick McMahon. McMahon has the ball. He's going to kick it into the backcourt to Tyler Johnson. Johnson comes across the timeline, getting a little bit of pressure from Dean. Screen set. Dean fights it off. Dribbles the ball around to the right-hand side. Passes it over to McMahon in the corner. McMahon looking to drive. Hands it off instead to Barber. Barber almost loses control. He's able to get it back. And they work the ball inside. That's going to be shot up by Manny Burwell. It's no good. Rebounded by Reed. Here come the Blue Devils. Compton with the ball now. Kicks it back over to Hensley. Same spot. Hensley pulls for 3. No good, but he gets his own rebound. passes it to Reed. Reed back to Compton. Compton looks to drive in. He pulls up from just inside the three-point line. It's no good, but John Sally's there to get the rebound, and he tips it back in. 40-24, Gay City leads. 4:45 to go in the third. Barber now with the ball at the top of the key. He's looking to drive in on Reed. He tries a backwards layup. No good. And we have a scrum for the ball. And they're going to get John Sally with a bear hug. Gay City fans not too crazy about the call, but I thought he did. It was actually a little bit of a late whistle there. So that is how many fouls? 2 fouls now for Mr. Sally. Glenvar set to inbound. Alexander with the ball. Feeds it back out. That's going to go to Avery Alexander. He pulls for 3. Nothing but net. Gay City with the ball now on their side of the court, right in front of us. Dean with the ball. He's bumped. Loses control. Goes out of bounds. No call. It's going to go back to Glenvar. Ball is set to inbound. He gives it over to Steph Barber. 40-27. Gay City leads. 4:15 to go in the third. Johnson now with the ball on the right-hand side. Brings it over to the top of the key. He passes back over to Eddie Ball. Ball kicks it back over to Avery Alexander. He pulls for 3, but shot's blocked. Rebounded by Gay City. Dean now with the ball. Feeds it over to Compton on the left-hand side. Compton kicks it back out to Hensley. Hensley from the college-level three-point line. It's no good. Rebounded by Steph Barber. Here come the Highlanders. Quick break or quick pass to a breaking Tyler Johnson, and he lays it in. 40-29, Gay City leads. Gay City tries to do a fast break of their own. Dean coming with the ball. He loses control again, and it goes out of bounds. That's 2 turnovers by Dean as Gay City's trying to up the pace of the game. Maybe they need to slow it down a little bit. And we've got timeout on the floor. 3:36 to go. Gay City leads 40-29. So again, statistically in the first half, Gay City only shooting 36.7%, but the 6 offensive rebounds have kind of allowed them to have more shots. They were Gay City 11 of 30, Glenvar only 8 of 16, so Gay City taking almost twice as many shots. Something else, though, that we've noticed that we didn't get a chance to mention before, no free throw attempts in the first half by Gay City. Glenvar was 2 of 3, but 0 attempts for Gay City. And they still looking over the scorebook, but Gay City has still not been at the free throw line, and we are over halfway through the third quarter. So, Gay City breaking the huddle. They're setting up in their defensive formation. Glenvar set to inbound under the Gay City basket. Reed pulling out just to hassle Steph Barber a little bit. He's bringing the ball down the court. He's at the top of the key, looking to drive into paint. He goes up strong, puts shot up. It's good. Very nice play by Steph Barber. He went in over Reed, dribbled around him, hit a very technical layup there. It's 40-31 now. Gay City leads. Dean with the ball, passes it over to Starnes. Starnes kicks it to Compton. Compton at the top of the key, tries to feed it to Dean. Almost stolen away by Alexander. They get it back inside to a streaking George. George goes up, ball's tipped. It's going to be rebounded by Alexander. And here come the Highlanders. Barber now with the ball, feeds it back over again to Tyler Johnson. 3-point shots up, no good. Dean comes down with it, and he's going to get mugged. They're going to get Steph Barber, I believe, with that one. And Barber picks up his second foul. So Barber has 2 fouls. Alexander has 1, and that's only the first foul of the half for Glenvar. Compton now with the ball across the timeline. Passes over to Starnes on the left-hand side. Starnes looking for the open receiver. No one there. He finally gets it to Reed. Reed kicks it over in the corner to Compton. Compton trying to decide what to do. Passes inside to George. George back out on top to Starnes. Back to George. Long pass back out almost to the volleyball line to Compton. Compton swings it over to the left-hand side now to Starnes. Starnes pulls for three. Boom! Give it to him. 43-31, Gay City leads with 2:07 to go in the third quarter. Barber now with the ball. He pulls up from just on the three-point line. He was on the line, though. Shot is good, but it's only for two. It's a 10-point Gate City lead. 43-33, 1:52 to go. Dean with the ball. He drives in. He pulls up the free throw line. Shot is wild. Barely hits the backboard, but he was bumped while he was in the air. That's going to go on Aiden Alexander. He picks up two now, and Dean's at the line for the first time in this game. Gay City shooting a free throw. Dean, 83% on the season. First shot's up. It rims in and out. I shouldn't have mentioned that. It seems like, Jesse, every time I do, something like that happens. So, Dean steps back, collects his thoughts, deep breath, eyes the rim, shot's up, shot's good. 44-33, Gay City leads. Barber now with the ball across the timeline, getting pressure by Mack this time. He goes in, passes it back over to Ball. Ball goes up, shot blocked by George. Dean trapped. He turns it back over to Barber. Barber goes up, shot's good, and he's fouled. Oh, they're going to call it goaltending on that. Okay. I was looking, Glenvar's got a player down. They collapsed in on Dean there, set a trap. Dean tried to pass, and he just threw it straight to Barber. Barber goes up. Bucket's good. 44-35, Gay City leads, 1:33 to go. Jesse, I can't really tell who that is down. Can you? Is it Alexander? Aiden Alexander? I think he and Dean may have bumped knees or something, but he's up, walking off the court to a round of applause. You would definitely call this anything but a bipartisan crowd. I have yet to see a single piece of green anywhere in the stands besides the cheerleaders. A total Gay City crowd here, maybe half full. Pretty good-sized crowd, all things considering. Starnes now with the ball on the left-hand side. Kicks it over to Compton. Compton to Hensley. Back to Compton. Compton dribbles around to the right-hand side. Back to Hensley. Hensley looking to drive inside. Tries to feed it to Compton. Loses control of it. Stolen away by Ball. He feeds it to Barber. Barber goes up. And he's going to be fouled by Mack. Game's starting to get a little rough here. Barber was going in, and Dondre tried to deny. Got called with the foul instead. That's his first of the game. But Barber's going to be at the line now. Shooting two. First shot's up. First shot's good. 44-36 now. Gay City leads. Glenvar refusing to go away. Gay City was threatening to blow the lid off of this earlier. Glenvar slowly but surely clawed their way back into it. Kind of reminiscent of the Tennessee-Kentucky game last week. I just hope the outcome is not what the boys in blue got that night. Second shot's good. 44-37, 1:03 to go, third quarter. Starnes with the ball, passes it over to Compton. Compton from the corner, shot's up, no good. It's going to be rebounded by Nick McMahon. McMahon across the timeline, looking to drive inside, passes it back over to Barber. Barber again getting pressure by Mack. 41 seconds to go, third quarter, 44-37. Gay City leads. Gay City content to let the clock run. Glenvar content to let the clock run. We're down to 30 seconds. Officials not bothering to count. I think they're content to let the clock run. Barber standing in the circle at center court. 18 seconds, 17, 15. No one appears interested to make a move. Here we go. Barber tries to drive inside. He walks. He tried to do a little bounce skip. Bounce twice. Turns it over. 8.9 seconds left. The ball's going to go back to Gay City. Compton set to inbound it under Gay City's goal. McMahon all over Dean. Compton doesn't even have the ball yet.